Hey guys, so this is going to go over the new Read Insight platform as it's changed a little bit, as you guys have probably noticed. So you can see the web address from up here. I'll put it in the description as well on the YouTube page, but it's insight.reconstructiondata.com. And then you're going to go ahead and use whatever login I had sent you guys a couple of months ago. So mine is GillenW@DradcoGroup.com. Password. Now, just an FYI, the engineers for Read Insight are already aware of how slow the system works. It's something that they are working on, but again, obviously it's a great tool for us to be looking into for different projects going on around the US. Now, right now there's some saved searches up here, so yours may look a little different initially, but let's say if I wanted to go ahead and run searches, and we'll just do like construction, it should work. So as soon as you type in any keyword in that initial bar, your screen is going to change a little bit, and it's going to look a little similar to what mine is going to look like in the beginning. Now, the really cool thing is that they've kind of customized the different columns that you view right here initially, so you can kind of switch those up the way that you want to. So for instance, right now, like I typed in construction before, so I could easily X out of this too and put in a different search for keywords and whatnot. But it shows that I've got just over or almost 350,000 projects going on. So this part, now this is the kind of part you want to pay attention to. You can scroll here on the side as normal, but to scroll further to your right, there's a scroll bar here at the top. So it goes like that. Like I told you, you guys can kind of move these columns around. So if I were to click inside this column and pull it over here where you see this, you see that project value with that check mark next to it, means that that column can go there. So oops, see, and I moved it over too much. So I can go kind of right in between these guys. There we go. So now, if that helps, so now you guys will have like the project title, the value is right here instead of opposed to like all the way on the other side. You should be able, not that you would really need to this way, but you could switch the city to move that over, the state and put that closer. So yeah, so all this is customizable for each and every one of you. Nothing has to look the same. It can be completely different from salesman to salesman. Obviously you can change the results per the page, all that good stuff. If you were to do, let's say I were to do construction projects in Illinois, I could always save this search so that it's something that I can monitor throughout the months coming up. These are where all the search terms come into play now. So category, for instance, when I click the plus sign, civil or general, usually we'll go into general construction and click that plus sign. And let's say I want to look at commercial, educational, and industrial only. Okay, so now I can go ahead and click apply selection. And it should here in a second go ahead and change. So now I see it went down to 71,000 projects. If I want to go to stage, I click the plus sign again. Planning stages are usually if you're going to keep on top of that person, from maybe 6 months ahead of time and moving up. I don't know, a lot of you guys don't really touch on construction projects until construction has been underway, but just FYI. We can look at the different bidding stages, the post-bid stages, and then the ones that I want to pay attention to under this post-bid stage are going to be the general contractor awarded and construction underway are the two things I want to search by. So again, I'll click apply selection. It's going to go ahead and take a second here. The cool thing about this too is that a lot of the specs, and as you see it changed to 21,000, but some of the specs for these projects are actually listed right in Read itself. So for instance, let's go ahead and check out this Place Tower, this $116,000 job in Brooklyn, New York. You're going to go ahead and click on the job title itself. It should be popping up here in just a second. There we go. So this is where it gives you the project ID number is still there. So FYI. Documents available, obviously it says not available for this one, but we'll look for another one that does have them. That would include all the specs and stuff. But scroll down, some of the additional details about this project gives you somewhat of a scope here. It gives you the person's names and phone numbers, the company they work for. Sometimes there'll be emails there, not always, but of course the phone number is always a good place to start. And then if you scroll all the way to the bottom where it says personal notes, it'll say like Dryco, West, or East for you guys when you're logging in. But you guys can always add notes to this project if you wanted to. And click add note, and then you can make it so that it's private too. So if you're the only one that wants to see this this note, feel free to click that checkbox, and then it tells you the last person who viewed it. So, for instance, like obviously I'm viewing it today, and if I would track it, it'll be viewed. There'll be a date here as well. Now, let's say I wanted to go ahead and export this and print it off. You're going to go to export and export to PDF. And it's an export started, so you can see that it's kind of still working here with that circle going. Give it. Okay, and then once you see where it says your export is ready, click here to download. You click here. It's going to open in a separate tab, and you can either print it right here from the bottom, or you can save it to your computer, either way that you want. The other cool thing to look at all the exports that you've done. If you want to download all of them right away, you can go ahead and click on exports over here and click on, these two, and that's so you can go ahead and delete them to kind of clear it out if your system's running slower. If I wanted to go back to the other screen, I click on snapshot, and it's going to kind of take me to where I originally was in the beginning. So again, different stages for you guys to run through pretty easy. I'm going to go ahead and try and find one that does have the specs attached to it. So give me just a second here. The cool thing is too, because then you can actually print off different parts of the specs if you wanted to. Let's see, I wonder if this one has them. Nope. Basically, guys, if the documents are available, you'll see it kind of be like almost like a title at the top, and it'll show you that you can go through the different spec sheets. So if you guys have questions on that, definitely feel free to give me a call. Let's go ahead and try one more here really quick. Otherwise, that's pretty much Read Insight. All those stages, you guys, not available, but all those stages are pretty easy to work through. You guys, I'm sure, can understand it pretty easily. So call me if you guys have any questions. Thanks so much.